Two AI models were asked to do something crazy. Create macOS 27 from scratch, inside a browser. One result was made with Kimi K3. The other was made with GPT 5.6 Sol. Let's start with Kimi K3. This was the prompt that was given to it. Just a simple ask. Build macOS 27, include the default apps, and make sure everything is actually usable, not just there for show. Kimi K3 took around 4 hours to finish, and honestly, the results were unexpected. I've got it open in my browser right now. You can access it too. The link is macos27.kimi.page. Let me log in, and we're in. By default, it opens Finder, so let's close that. At first glance, this version is packed with details. We have desktop widgets, folders, files, a full dock, a top menu bar, system icons, and a lot of apps ready to open. Opening the app launcher is where Kimi starts to look serious. It has a search bar, categories, suggested apps, utilities, and a proper app grid. Now let's open Terminal, and this is one of the strongest parts of the Kimi version. When I type help, it gives a list of available commands. When I type pwd, it returns a directory path. Of course, this is still a simulated system, not a real Mac, but for a browser-based AI-generated Mac OS recreation, this is really impressive. Now let's test Control Center. The display slider works, dark mode works, night shift works, sound control responds, Bluetooth can be turned off, and Wi-Fi settings are also present. This is where Kimi really wins points. It is not just designing the outside of macOS. It is trying to recreate the behavior. Now let's try one normal app. If I open Notes, it already has notes inside and I can create a new one. For example, I can write, "Welcome to Flip Techio." And the fact that there are small options like exporting makes this feel much more complete. The visual design is not perfect, but the functionality is very strong. Where Kimi loses points is visual polish. Some of the icons feel more iOS than macOS, and the desktop can feel a bit crowded. But functionally, it's genuinely doing a lot and doing it well. Now let's see what GPT 5.6 gives us. Same prompt sent to GPT 5.6 Sol Ultra. It took around 50 minutes. Links in the description too. Let's open the app launcher. It has clean categories, a search bar, and a huge app list. Finder, Safari, Mail, Messages, Calendar, Notes, Music, App Store, System Settings, Terminal, and many more. Let's test it the same way. Terminal. I'll run the same commands I ran on Kimi. The help command does not work, and it only supports few commands. pwd does return something. File and edit menu options don't respond. I have to go back into the Finder window itself. I'll click the welcome file, hit Run Demo. Nothing really happens, it just says Action Complete. Notes, same test. I'll try adding a note with the plus icon, and there's no option to actually save it. So overall, some of it just feels surface level. Looks the part, but not much depth behind it. Before I wrap up, credit to Max Weinbach. That's who originally ran this experiment and posted both results on X. I tested both versions myself so you could see how they actually hold up. But full credit to him for the original idea. He said himself the Kimi version came out way better, and after testing both, I agree. If this was useful, like and subscribe, it helps a lot. Let me know in the comments, Kimi K3 or GPT 5.6 Sol, which one would you pick? And drop suggestions for what I should test next. Thanks for watching.